Hello, everybody. This is Jimmy, and you're reading with Jimmy. This is Jimmy's 10-minute breakdown of a great Maupassant story called The Hand, subtitled by Jimmy, Obsession, Horror, and the Unseen Truth. Ready? This is a great one. 10 minutes. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. So what if I told you that a severed human hand chained to the wall of a gentleman's parlor could reveal the depths of obsession and hidden brutality? That's The Hand by Guy de Maupassant, one of Jimmy's favorite writers, a strange, chilling short story that uses one of the grotesque images ever made to explore the darkness beneath the light society. Welcome to Reading with Jimmy's QuickTakes, where we distill literature's most haunting tales into a 10-minute insight. So come on, deep dive with me, 10 minutes. And I'm doing this so that you read the whole story with me when we're done with this introduction, right? What's the story here? Well, the setting is the drawing room of a guy named Sir John. He's home on the French Riviera. It's elegant culture, but it's hiding something gruesome. There's a few the narrator is a judge, inquisitive, skeptical, who becomes fascinated by Sir John's odd behavior. Sir John Rowell, is a British man of mystery and violence, with a grotesque artifact chained to his wall. It's a severed human hand, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. What's the plot? The narrator is invited to Sir John Rowell's house, where he notices that hand nailed to the wall, tightly shackled, as if it might pose a threat. Roswell claims that the hand belonged to an enemy, a man that he killed in self-defense while abroad. He insists that it was alive with hate, even after death. That hand is alive. Of course, the narrator's skeptical. He's, after all, right, a justice of the peace. So Sir John is found murdered one day, strangled in his locked home, and the hand was gone. Gone! The narrator, unnerved, tells the story to preserve the truth and perhaps ward off his disbelief. The narrator's talking to people in a salon, which you'll read about, which opens the story in the third-person narration. So what's the deal? Well, Maupassant was a master of storytelling and especially psychological horror. He wrote the Horla, which is also on his website. But he's known for short stories that peel back layers of civilization to primal fears. In The Hand, Maupassant taps into the power of suggestion through his third-person narrator. How much fear comes down from what we imagine? Now, ladies and gentlemen, our imagination is powerful. That's why I tell you, read with Jimmy. You don't need any cell phones, movies, BS like that. Use your imagination. You're the best director. You're the best writer. You're the best producer. Let the words that Maupassant writes take your imagination into places you've never dreamed of. Think about it, a hand nailed to the wall. The thin veneer of social respectability. So John is refined and cultured, but maybe he's a murderer. The possibility that there is such a thing as a supernatural, or is he just nuts? Is it a metaphor? Does it mean something more than that? Or is Maupassant daring us to believe in something darker? What are some of the themes? Obsession. Sir John keeps the hand chained like he's battling its former owner. Is it guilt? Is it paranoia? What the heck is this guy? Is he just nuts? Read it with Jimmy and we'll explain all this, especially in the analysis. Supernatural suspense. The third-person narrator blurs the line between Monsieur Berkmore, who's the narrator telling the story, inside the story, and the hand that was it really alive? Was it this fear that made it so rational? Violence beneath civility. So John's gentlemanly charm, who's a gentleman, hides the life of savagery and violence. And this guy was a nutcase. The narrator suggests this duality lurks in many people. You think? Do you think? Isolation. Rowell lives alone with his secrets. His fate suggests that isolation from society can be deadly. So why the heck does this story matter today? Who cares about a creepy story with a hand chained to the wall? Well, because we still hide violence behind civility, don't we? Sir John is elegant, mysterious, but he's capable of horrifying. Think about that. He killed this guy and chained his hand to the wall. That's still a real tension in modern society. Charm masking danger. And you know what I'm talking about. Look around you. And because unresolved guilt festers, it stays in guilt. If you can carry guilt around, guilt is a great passion, isn't it? How do you get rid of guilt? Rowell doesn't bury the past; he chains it to the wall. How many of us carry trauma or guilt that we refuse to confront? No, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about. Because we still fear what we don't understand. Isn't that the truth? This story never explains whether the hand was alive or not. Ambiguity is what haunts us. And ladies and gentlemen, ambiguity is what life is all about, isn't it? Do you agree with that? Because belief matters. Whether the hand is supernatural or not, Sir John, believed it could kill him. And in the stories and in life, that belief sometimes, usually, shapes reality. Doesn't it? What you believe, it could shape your actions, what you think. You believe something to be true, you find out it's not true. Our beliefs govern us. This is a great story. Come on down and read it with me. And because we crave the eerie. Did you ever see a little kid? Little children love to be scared. Don't they? Oh, hell, it's just a dream. Think about that. I used to go when I was a kid to the Oak Theater in Chicago. Watch scary movies. We love to be scared. It's just a movie. Stories like this remind us mystery still exists. That fear isn't just about monsters. It's the monsters that live in our minds. So what am I doing? Calling all readers. Come on down and read The Hand with Jimmy. 10 minutes. This is the 10-minute one, right? Come on, read the whole thing with me and explore it. You're on the website now. Why don't you just tune in and read this story with me? We'll deep dive together and explore the haunting moments. Every shiver-inducing line. Let your imagination go as the hand creeps. I'm going to leave you with this question. What do you keep chained to the wall? Huh? What fears or memories do you refuse to let go of? Huh? If you want another classic broken down, Jimmy at readingwithjimmy.com, readingwithjimmy.com, Jimmy at readingwithjimmy.com. This is The Hand 10 minutes before you go. This is what it looks like. It's 17 minutes. You might as well read it now with me. Come on. 17 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Complete reading in 17 minutes of this very, very powerful story. And then, if you're interested, there's a whole hour analysis. Jimmy, it's an hour. That's right. Why? Because there's a lot to these stories. And I want you to learn to appreciate it and understand it and how to lead your own life. Not that I'm saying you should go chop a hand off and throw it on a wall. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not what I'm saying. By the way, that QR code you see over there will take you right to my YouTube channel. But I do encourage you to read this story and think about some of the underlying meanings of what this is all about. You could read it as a supernatural story, of course, a scary story. But it's also, I have found, about us and our own things that we keep chained to the wall. See you soon.